we go. Right. Yeah, so let's get this started. So right, okay. So, hello, and welcome to another episode in Star Citizen. Just check to see if they're not live or talking. Yes. Cool. Sweet. So I muted my microphone. Fantastic. Yes. Cool. Fantastic. Okay. So yes, welcome back to Star Citizen. We are live once more. And we are on Port Everest. So, if anyone was wondering why I wasn't able to get any more episodes or live streams out last weekend, was unfortunately the game had an issue with its back-end servers. So sadly, what that means is that I wasn't able to connect to the system for it to let me continue playing. So for about 2-ish days, solid, I wasn't able to play Star Citizen, which was really kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. It was kind of miffed. And unfortunately, wasn't really able to do anything afterwards. So, what we're doing now, though, is I was able to get the game working again over the course of the early half of this week. I was able to finally finish off Arc Core. We got to Tier 5. So, I actually now found the location of where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go to the journal and do the second resource drive. So, I've now got that at max rank. And I now need to continue our journey by doing the second life resource drive for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get as many runs done as possible whilst also dealing with all of the bugs and problems and glitches and whatnot. But this time, rather than working with the Asgard, which was what I was originally working with, we're going with something slightly bigger. And I've even got some stats. Well, I say stats. I've even... Perfect. So, we're just going to quickly get ourselves down into the depths of the space station. And we're going to try and do a bit of a cheese. It's not something that I'm 100%... Like, it's not something I'm overly desperate to do. Or at least, it's not something that I'm overly happy to do. However, considering the fact that the game fucked me over... And also considering the fact that we've got issues with the freight elevator, I don't think a bit of cheese. I think a bit of cheesing now is kind of okay. I think we can kind of accept the fact that there may be slight cheese involved with doing this. So the plan is basically we're going to go and pick up multiple runs. There's basically a tactic that you do where you go to you accept a task. So in this particular case with the resource drive, we're going to go do Hurston. First of all is bring us resources, which is materials required. Excuse me. That's one of the more essential ones. And then the next one... We've already got that one. Oh, that's our call. Yeah. So, that one's for... Yeah, it's Hurston, right? Yes, Everest Harbour. Cool. So, the next thing we do is we do large-size hauling contracts. Now, what we need to do is... What we need to do now is we accept this contract, go down to the planet, pick up all of the size 4 SCU boxes, and then once we've done that, we then abandon the quest, pick another large haul size thing, and we basically fill up as much as possible. So in this particular thing's case, we're going to be putting in about 3 runs worth of hauling, which will get net us about 500 and, if you bear with, I'll just quickly load up the stats that I got from, I'll admit, ChatGPT. I kind of experimented, and I was like, you know what, let's see if this actually works, and it actually was cool. So basically, it would be about 3-ish runs for that, because I was very tired last night, and I was like, I knew I couldn't do the math properly in my brain, so I was like, fuck it, I don't care. So it's about 3 runs worth. Excuse me. So we basically do 3 runs of the large size halls, which then should hopefully allow us to get the most into the ship, and then we'll spend a little bit. It'll spend a bit of time loading into the correct hangar bay, but at least we got that stuff sorted. So, no, this is inspiring.
Carmichael here. You have the details. Hurston appreciates your diligence.
So yeah.
Carmichael, Hurston's continuing greatness relies on you. Please complete the tasks assigned and on time.
Yeah, so basically, we're going to get bollocked a lot this mission by Mr. Official Professional, but at this point, I'm at the level of I don't care. I will cheese this to get through to this, because I want to get tier 5 Hurston, and I think we can probably nail. We could definitely get. I think if we keep doing this, we should be able to get like the maximum out. So that's the plan for today. We're going to try and get as many runs as we can done. I think we can definitely do it if all goes well. Right, let me have a look. See. Over on her one. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so that one's a glitched mission. Large size hall. Yep, there we go. Hop into that. And there we go. Mission accepted. Cool. So we're going to be focusing on gathering up as much as we can and being as quick as we can. We'll be using the Catty for this one, so reliable old Catty. And truth be told, it's been a lot of fun using the Caterpillar. I like the Caterpillar. It's a good ship. So we'll see how we fare for the next few hours. And hopefully, all being well, we should be able to get the most out of this. This looks lovely. But yeah, so it should hopefully all go well. And, excuse me. We're going to try and do this with a little bit of energy and gusto. But yeah, so... Alright, collect shipment. Oh, it's on Ether. Of course it would be down there. Alright, there we go. So...
I can't believe you have the gall to take a job and then abandon it.
Guess what, Sonny Jim? I can't believe you have the gall to work for Hurston.
Need this taken care of fast and by the numbers. Can't have any losses on my watch.
Yeah, to be fair, I was going to say I can't believe you have the gall to work for fucking Hurston Dynamics. Don't you know who they are? Bastard, you'll have your face for that. Excuse me. Right, I think I'm going to need an energy drink soon. I grabbed a couple cans because today's been one of those days at work. So I'm like definitely in the mood for a drink. And it's better than having a cigarette or whatever. That's the plan at least. Whether or not that works is another matter entirely, but still. Oh, of course, the dark side. Okay. Ah, best song. Love that theme. All right. Okay. Doesn't really... Okay, looks pretty solid. And more importantly, it's more than one area, which is very much appreciated. Right. So, I'm going to try and do it this way, where the first... Yeah, so we're going to try and do it in a way that hopefully allows the ship... It's on a bit of a reverse incline, which I'm not overly fond of, but we'll just have to manage. So, we're going to quickly grab the shit. Go out the front. Apparently this thing has a ramp now. Truth be told, I did a little bit of a quick run yesterday, and... Let me just adjust the music. There we go. So yeah, so apparently, to my knowledge, the well, I did an experiment where I flew out to... Right, okay, so does this act like some kind of full-on ramp? No, it doesn't. Okay, it worked... Oh! Okay, works like it does normally. So, works exactly the same as everyone else. Gotcha! Cool. But yeah, so I did an experiment to see how best it would be for me to land, and it looks to be... It looks to be, at least for the time being... Well, it looks to me to be, words, that we need to kind of go in 180 and then... Oh, come on. Just easy does it, easy does it. Right, move carefully, slowly to the other side. Yes. Raise. Wait until the thing comes up. Don't glitch it out. Take your time, but be quick. All right. Okay. Fantastic. Appreciate it. Okay, be quick. It's a little bit audacious, but we need to be quick with this one. I kind of want to, for the time, if I can, try and pile up some of the cargo boxes so we can get all the cargo out as soon as we can. And then, obviously, as and when... Actually, this might be faster. Just getting the cargo out. We can fuck around with getting it in properly. Otherwise... Okay. So, out and down. Yeah, one thing I've discovered when using the Atlas is that the thing I've discovered with the Atlas is that it's really good if you want to rush things, but it's not great if you want precision. You still need to have things like the max lift to be... in order to get the most out of it, or to get the most precise items on the ground or whatever. So that's where I would say the Atlas, unfortunately, isn't as good as it could be, because you have to in order to get the stuff out quickly, you have to be like, right, boom, pick up, boom. In order to, you know, get stuff more precisely placed. Fuck! Stop, 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 stop. For fuck's sake. Not what I wanted to do. Oh, fuck off. Come on. No. No. Right. Nope. 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 Stop. Stop rushing. I'm gonna fuck things up if I start panic moving. Just use the max lift. It's reliable. It doesn't crash. It doesn't grab the fucking building. And it doesn't cause problems. You can't be precise with it, Jaeger. Just use the max lift. People, it will take you time, sure. But it's faster. More haste, less speed. Move you bloody out the way. Right. Okay, mum. Next one. Okay, sweet. Down you go. Right, okay. In the transfer, yes, good. Now, I need that to go up. Right. I want to get, like, 1 to 2 solid, like, full load runs done. Then I will feel slightly better about myself. I am slightly paranoid. I probably shouldn't be. But the issue is I'm using freight elevators during a freight elevator event during a free fly event. So it's like I'm double whammo for this. And the fact that I'm dependent on a system that is known to be unreliable is not endearing. But yeah. Oh my god, game. There are times I wish you weren't so realistic. Right. Okay, up, 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 and down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 down. Okay, up, 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 down, 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 up. Okay, over there, you. Up, up, up. What I'll do to get, like, because I don't think I'm going to get all of this stuff in the front area, so I'm going to need to get this, I'm going to need to, like, open up the side panels, which is where I think we'll need to get the other bits, so, okay, boom, and release, boom, and release, boom, okay, cool. And release. Okay, cool. Right. Let's double time it. No, of course. Really, game? Fuck you. There we go. Are you bloody serious? I'm on my own sodding ship. Right, fine. This game just can't help but be as awkward as fuck. Okay. We should be fine. I cannot wait till they get rid of the armistice zones. Like, I would say I'm at my stage of Star Citizen, where... Am I aiming for... Right, yeah, it's not going for that one, because it's... Right, cool. Of course. Okay. I'm gonna need to... Game, let me in, please. Right, okay. Are you serious? Are you being serious? I'm not allowed to access the sodding thing. Oh my... It's really being that fucking pedantic. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. This might kushnaka my plans somewhat. I honestly think this might limit my ability somewhat. That side is the side that doesn't have... Right, let me just see. This is the side that doesn't have the railings, right? Okay. No, this does have the railings on it. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Right, that's okay. So if we go for this side, okay, we're not quite out of it yet, but we're definitely not in a good place at the moment. Right, there we go. So, we're in a slightly better place, but not really. Okay. That's irritating, though. Not gonna lie. It's probably because of the way that I parked it. I can't, like... It's because I'm not... Because the ship is, like, mostly off the pads, I can't probably access it, so it's struggling with the Armistice Zone. But I do honestly despise the Armistice Zone in its current iteration at the moment. I think I've grown to despise it for quite some time, but now, more so than ever, I kind of openly despise it. I find it to be the most irritatingly stupid system in the entire game, and I honestly cannot wait for the day that they finally get rid of it. Because, like, I think... What is it? I think the main reason, or at least the main essence of the reason why I despise the system so much is because it feels so artificial in an environment that normally propagates realism. You know, you go into this game with the abilities to do all that you can, flying through the universe, being able to travel to planets, land anywhere, build stuff, do stuff, you know, all of that jazz, and it feels so immersive. You feel like you're really part of the universe, that your actions matter, and that every interaction is part of the story of this narrative, and you feel great. It feels great to play, and that's why it's such a fun game to play. But then but these fucking Armistice Zones feels like a jolt of electricity right through the system, and it just stops you dead. Like running into it's like running a freight train into a brick wall of immobility. Like, no matter what the train does, it will not budge. And so the wall basically destroys the train. And it just completely ruins the experience. And it's like, you can't even fucking argue much against it at the moment, because it's the Armistice Zone. You can't do anything about that Armistice Zone. And then you get people who defend the Armistice Zone because they think not being able to do anything inside the Armistice Zone is going to mean means fun for some people. So, but I just, more and more, I find that the Armistice Zone it hampers more than it helps. Because now, for example, what would have originally been... No, that's not right. Let me guess. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I can't do it. Oh, hello. Oh. That didn't get a plan. That didn't work. There you go. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm trying to get out your way, mate. Yep. Just minding my own. Just... Oh my god, just go in! Just, for the love of the God Emperor of mankind, work, you useless bloody tractor beam! Sick and tired of fighting this system. Right, thank the Emperor, you're in. Right. Right, there we go. But no, as I was saying, the armistice system just feels so out of place now, and every patch that comes through, which doesn't involve the removal of armistice in a way that makes sense, because I'm aware that the moment they release armistice zones from its limitation, it's going to cause upset. People are going to get irritated because people are going to lose out. Why is it being awkward? It's not going to do it because it's going too far the wrong way. Right. We'll do. We'll manage. We'll manage. Is it going to be optimized? No. I'll just fly out of the fucking armistice zone so I can move my goddamn crates. Right. I'm going to open up the second one. Also, why is my character struggling in the wind so much? Oh, I think we might have lost connection for a second. There we go. Lost connection for a couple of seconds. But yeah. As said, my desire when it comes to the armistice zones is for it to be removed and something better to take its place. So, and I don't think it would take much to change it. I'll be brutal. Well, fine, whatever. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So, my resolution, my fix, my whatever you want to call it, is fairly simple, and it would just simply involve the. It would just simply have turret defenses set up around the outpost like the bunkers do. So, for example, the bunker defense. So like you have with any other station facilities, you have turrets that are set up like you have with the R&R stations. You have a bunch of size 5, size 7 turrets, whichever you want to do. Make them indestructible if you get people trying to play funny with them. It's like in an armistice zone, finger quote, that's the difference, is that these turrets are more or less indestructible. Or if they are destructible, make it so that they don't get destroyed for long. Keep things interesting. Then, if a person is doing something, so let's say Rando decides to shoot at someone because they've done something or they're frustrated or whatever, you know, any number of things can occur, then they get a crime stat level 2, maybe level 3 before we get the police responding. And what they do is they simply go, the crimes you've committed are bad, and we want to, you know, you're going to be reported for them. You'll get like a warning or something saying, if you continue to act like this, you know, at tier 2, it's like, right, if you keep acting the way you are, you're going to end up losing access to the facility, and we're going to be angry with you, and, you know, all sorts of nasty stuff. I guess. So fucking stupid. And so basically the system goes, oi, you better start, you know, you better do this, you better follow what, you know, the instructions and whatever. And you basically will have a limited amount of time to leave the area before the police shows up. Yes, because that's just fucked it. I'm going to have to knock it off with the other one. This is a great start, isn't it? Fucking Star Citizen. Oh, my God. Right. I'm going to have to nudge the other one to get out so I can put you in. So, you. Are you kidding? Really? Really? You're not going to cause problems? Oh my god. I can That's going to glitch through and it's going to break shit. I'm genuinely getting sick and tired of this armistice system. But no, so as I was saying, you have you basically, dependent on the crime stat that you have a limited amount of time when committing the crime to leave the premises or face the potential anger / destruction of your ship via the means of... Oh, thank the fucking Emperor. Okay, good. You're being nice to me. I appreciate that game. Okay, good. So, once that timer runs out, the police show up. And obviously, dependent on the level of crime stat that you have and the actions that you're taking, you will have a police reaction force within a matter of moments or minutes, dependent on like how serious it is. Just get it to work. At this point, I don't care as long as it's in. So, by which point, the turret defenses, if they haven't already destroyed your ship, the reinforcements will have basically flown in and will proceed to just then destroy your ship, waking you up in the prison cell, and obviously the prison punishment system will then enact itself. That is at least the rough idea as to what's happening as a result of your evil actions, as it were. But yeah, no, the general gist of it is that it's designed to punish players. So it's designed in a way that allows people to do things which, okay, is it legal? Is it fair? Maybe not. In the eyes of the system. So, for example, if you want to get someone for attacking you or whatever, you can shoot them and do whatever. But rather than them having to... Right, okay, then I should be able to get the thing is. Holy shit, I might actually get it done properly. Yeah, because that's exactly how I want to fucking look at it, game. Come on. For fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, do I have to stare at it like this? Okay. Right, you, over there. Good. But yeah, so then... That way, the armistice zones will not need to be as frustrating as they are now, because at the moment it just feels so jarring. It just kind of stops you in its tracks. And I'm not going to lie, since Pyro, it's been... ever since I've started flying in Pyro, I have genuinely enjoyed my time more so than ever playing in Pyro where there isn't an armistice zone. Because it feels way more liberating. Right. Oh. Yeah. And it's like, I understand that there are those who will take advantage of that system and shoot people, and it'll cause massive PvP, and people hate PvP, and then you get the people who want PvE-only servers, which I don't think for a second should be in Star Citizen. There you go. Thank you. Like, adding PvE servers to this game would doom it 100%. So I'd say but the thing is, by having this system that in law in a game sense, or in a game logical sense, punishes the player for doing dickish moves, it doesn't feel as jarring to have that experience, and you're not feeling like you're fighting the system every time you're trying to do something that technically is considered a crime, because you're using a tractor beam to move someone's ship because it's in the way, or some griefer is putting his ship in place because they know they can't touch. But by using your tractor beam to move the ship or do whatever, you're at least putting the ship, or you want to... There you go. Alright, pop you there, and then we'll take off, and then I'll fly up. I'll fly into a non-armistice fucking zone, so that way I can actually rearrange the bloody things. Oh. But yeah, this current iteration of Armistice, I just despise. Despise with a fiery passion. And I'm very much eager, looking forward to the day that I never have to deal with it. Or at least find a pyro. That's another thing I can do. Okay, that's a first. What? Anyway, more positive things. On a more positive note, our first catch of the day has been done. I'm going to take off from this port, and I'll need to rearrange the cargo because it's all over the place, which is not good, but it'll do. It will do. Okay. Let's take off. Give these guys a bit of breathing room. More importantly, give me a chance to fucking organize my internal things, because this doesn't work. Come on. There we go. Right. Right. Right, just keep on trucking for a little bit whilst we're increasing our speed, just to help get our... More than anything, just to ensure that we're not on the sodding planet. Right. Okay, shield system is online. Again, those 2 points to... Actually, probably pop you to that. One more to you. One more to you. There we go. Gives the shields a bit more protection. Right. Now... Oh, would you look at that? I have the ability to use my fucking tractor beam. Isn't that wonderful? Let's fix this bloody thing. Okay. Okay. Let's see what needs to be done to fix this mess. Right, you go there. You. Move this a little bit. Nope. Right, you go there. Really, if we're being super pedantic. Huh. Kind of works. Huh. Kind of works a lot. But wait, doesn't that mean technically you're meant to be here? But okay. Fine by me. Fine by me. Game. What the fuck did I just say? As long as it doesn't damage the ship, I should be fine. Right, there we go. Right. Okay. You know, there are times I really do wish you wouldn't clip so much. Oh, would you look at that? It fits. Right, you fits. You fit. Okay. Does it work? Probably not. But it works more than it did before. Okay. You two are both in there. Good. We'll raise up. No. Did I say you could do that? Come on. Right. Oh, would you look at that? You suddenly know what the fuck you're doing. Emperor preserve me. It looks like we're actually doing something for a change. Right, raise up. Come on. Up, you little shit. Emperor be with us. Come on. Right, up. Oh, look at that. You can go up. No, come on. Why are you stuck? What is causing you to get stuck? Here's the point of no return. Why no point of return? There's nothing stopping you. Actually, why am I fucking around with this? Open the fucking side door. Right. I'm probably in space, but I don't want to chance it. Okay. Emperor preserve me. We made it. Took us fucking ages, but we did it. More importantly, we did it. Right, this one. Oh, I wish I could. Okay, the front is all done. Good. Second is looking pretty solid. Well, I say pretty solid. It's full enough. Okay, front section. I'm gonna call this as a good one. Like, it's as good as it's gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get much. Well, I mean, we could get much better. It's fine. Yeah, like, I'd say like, if we're being pedantic, we could probably fit a few more SCUs worth in, but I'm not that desperate. This fits probably better than most stuff, and we've got the empty ones to deal with, so that's fine. Okay, cool. That's okay. We've still got 1, 2, 3? No, 2. Okay, 2 more to go, so that's fine. We should be able to get, like, 2 solid-ish runs from that. Both amounts of the loot, so I have cargo. Right, large size haul. Abandon. Right, go over to here, back to here, large size haul. Boom. Cool. Sweet. So, there we go. So, this now should... Well, now we'll just need to... so it looks like it's just 2 runs, effectively. Which is fine. Should be manageable.
Carmichael here. You have an obligation to Hurston and to me to finish a contract you accept. This is Hurston Dynamics. I see you accepted this contract. Everything you need is in your lobby. Get it done.
Right. We'll do this one and we'll bank it. So that's 2 stacks. Well, actually, there's 3 things full here, so should be good in theory. So we got 2 groups of 180 effectively. Each cargo mission is 180 SCU. So this is the second one we're running with that. So we should be able to get at least 2-ish runs per go, and then we'll just unload all of the cargo. So we'll get the cargo from this area, take it back to Bajini, bank what we've got, come back out, do the eat, swish, whatever, repeat, and then there we go. And then what this does is it lets us get this stuff out as fast as we can. And that should... Yeah, once we've taken out the first proper run, I'll feel a lot more comfortable. I just want a solid run from this area. 13, 12, 11... But yeah, so... Please don't be a solo one. Oh, it's a big one. Good. Like that. I mean, I'm not saying it works all the time, but I just like the fact that when you have multiple pads, you have multiple options. Rather than relying on a single location, you actually have more freedom to choose. Right, this one, we're going to be a little bit more... maybe a bit too soon. To be fair, what was it? I kind of wish... I say I kind of wish. I remember when I started doing the missions for Arcor, there was this one area that had an absolute bugger ton of crates that had just been abandoned. Either the person who was playing like got frustrated and couldn't complete the mission, or they were frustrated in the mission and they gave up, or they just decided, you know what, not interested anymore, and decided to not use them. Either way, I had an additional, like, what, 50 to 60 SCU of those, like, 4 SCU crates. So I was like, get the fuck in. Right. Right. I got 1. That's full. That's full. That's full. Doesn't feel full. Like, there's 576 SCU here, and yet... could have sworn it feels like I'm not using them. I mean, it might be that I'm not using the most space, but I'm on the second one, and I don't feel like I'm getting the most space out of this, which is weird. I mean, then again, I'm not using all of the space for that one. I'm just using some of it. All right, there we go. Down we go. Right, same thing as before. Try and get them in and out of the warehouse as fast as we can. Try to unload them. Try to load them up in a rapid-ish pace. And then once we get that sorted, please don't bug out. Quick, quick, quick. Quick as you can. Unload as fast as you can. Get them out the hangar bay. Get them right there where they needed. Get the majority of this shit sorted. But yeah, the intention from doing this is just to try and speed up the deployment or trying to get myself... Because what is it? It took me about... I want to say almost... I'd say about 7-ish. I want to say 5 to 6 working days. So, sorry, 5 to 6 days of a few hours at a time. Yeah, so probably 1 day in total with all the combined hours I've done. But yeah, one day in total of solid grinding to get the... There we go. Perfect. Yeah, one solid day's worth of grind. And multiple days of few hours here, few hours there sort of thing to get this done. So, if I can get Hurston done in a less amount of time, that would be great. To be fair, the other thing, of course, was that I was running with the Asgard for that time. So I wasn't able to get the full amount out. And also, I would have probably done this even faster if I had, let's say, a Hercules, which would be far better suited for this kind of role. You could even have an Atlas on the ship, and I could have much more room to just dump the crap on. You know, I could do, like, probably, what, 2, 3, 4 runs easy, and it would be far, far easier to get that. Like, far, far easier. But we have what we have. Easy does it. There we go. We have what we have, and although I was tempted to maybe rent out... I was tempted to rent out a Crusader M2, or sorry, C2 for this one. I was like, I've got the Caterpillar. She's a good ship. Like, awkward, for sure, but she's a good ship. So, rather than fuck around and do whatever, I can load up the Catty, work with that, and then do whatever. And if I get lucky and someone, you know, lends me a ship or whatever... What was it? I had a friend of mine from the org borrow someone's Idris. And basically he used an Idris to complete the mission. Right. Here we go. Right. Let's get this last one out. Cool. Okay, same thing as before. Let's get this thing in. I'm actually going to leave a box or two. Actually, yeah, I'm going to... Shit. Character, could you stop standing around like a fucking monkey? There we go. Cool. Okay, that's a little bit extra storage space. Nice and slotted in. Good. Okay, we got the technique right. Game, fuck off. There we go. Game, did I say I want to make it crooked? No. Did I say I want it to work? Yes. Cool. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you. Good God. It's a system that works as I intend it to. Oh my God, the shock and horror. Right. Holy fucking shit. I can use my tractor beam. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? A fucking functional system that works as I want it to. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Oh, that means I can actually do this. Yeah, so basically there was just a problem with that armistice zone. Sure. It's not at all irritating. I'm gonna kill someone. Preferably the guy who came up with the armistice zones. just go to one of those CIG events and just be like, hey guys, so I just wanted to meet the guy who came up with the armistice system because I got something for him. A fucking fist. And I'll just be like, look, see, I can fucking hit you and it counts. I don't magically don't hit you because of an armistice zone. As I get dragged away by the police. Look, I'm being forced to do something by a force. It's not armistice. Oh, no. Yeah, to be fair, it's more of a pet peeve than anything. There are times where I get really frustrated with it, and I just think, oh my God, just go away. Just go away from armistice zone. Never return. Right, there we go. That, I think, is a far better system, and I think we're going to get far more into it. But I don't think we're going to get 3 runs, which is kind of disappointing. I was hoping we could get, like, at least... Yeah, I was hoping we could get, like, 3 runs out of this, but... I guess we're not going to be... I mean, to be fair, there's probably, like, what, a big chunk of SCU that I could get, but I can't, like, stack... You can't stack these things, like, sideways on, sadly. So, we're just going to have to manage, unfortunately. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to quickly hop on this. Swear to God, if you suddenly were like, ah, sorry, armistice zone, I would have cried. Good. Right. Well, this is going to hurt. I was like, this is going to sting. There we go. Perfect. Gonna quickly move across to here. Right. So... Sweet. Once we get this loaded, we should be able to... I don't think we can get a full run out for sure, but we could definitely... Yeah, this is definitely... Once we've done this, that's it. We're going to have to make our way back to base. I kind of hope we can fit everything in. We should be able to. Like, yeah, like, we should be able to get everything in. Worst case scenario, what I can do is I could try and jimmy up the stuff on the side. But I don't think that will be necessary, because there's like, what, 9 more boxes we need to come out for that one, so that should be doable. Game, fuck off. Just stop acting retarded and fucking work. Come on. My God, it's like you have Down syndrome or something. There we go. There we go. There we go. This is why I could never be a spokesperson for a game. Though to be fair, I think they should. I think they should do that someday, for more of a laugh than anything. Is, you know, you get those video game, you get the adverts for video games where they sort of show finger quote in-game communication, which really is just a bunch of Yep, that's what I was worried about. Is glitched. Okay, 9 SCU is good thing I've... Oh, nice. Happy days. That was lucky. Thank you. Appreciate the game. But no, like, what they should do, what I would love to have, and I realize it's probably never going to happen because of just by its very nature, it's just not... No game dev would touch... No marketing person would touch this with a barn pole. But, like, you know, you get those videos... There's adverts which showcase the finger quote game multiplayer gameplay where you have, you know, real players talking and doing whatever, and it's basically a bunch of extremely very safe video game players, and it's just the developers or whatever going like, hey, there's a people over there. Oh, I see it. Yeah, let's go get that thing. Or hey, I've got a mission today. Yeah, let's go do that. And it's very like, you know, someone was basically saying you cannot say any swear words. Because and like, obviously they've done people have done parodies of it, but at the same time, it would just be. I would love it if someone they went full on into that, and they were just like, "Oh, this fucking retarded thing, move!" Or like, "Oh, you spastic!" Or "Fuck you, cunt!" Or just stupid shit like that. That just helps. Like, I would respect even if it's not a game that I would play or a game that I would buy. I may be tempted to buy it more because of the honesty of the people selling it. It's like, you're not playing some bullshit experience where they're like, oh my god, this is amazing, it's wonderful, fantastical. It's like, no, this is someone having a shit experience with this particular moment and cursing the luck or whatever. Can I squeeze this in? Can I squeeze it in? I don't think I can squeeze it in. I mean, I know this thing's attaching itself like a fucking sucker. It should squeeze in. I don't know why it's not squeezing in. Oh, it does squeeze in. Yay! Okay, fantastic. Let's get these in. So, what, like 2 of these in? Basically. Yeah, 2 each, 2 per pop, I'd say. And that should be enough. And then obviously we're going to take this back, head over to the station. There we go. Slot it in like a VCR. It's been a while since I've said that word. Jesus. Right, anyway. That, I do believe, sir, is 2 successful runs. Now, let's get this... We're not going to get inside. And we're not going to get inside. Right. We'll get inside the normal, boring way. Good shit. Right, let's get us back to HQ. And that'll be a solid run and additional material. So that's 2 in... So that's 2 times... Let me quickly calculate that. So 1... Okay, well, first of all, let's do the calculations for how much you got. So 72 plus 72 plus 36 equals 180. Okay, so 180 times 2, 360. Not as much as I'd liked, but it's a lot. It's basically shaving the time down by quite a considerable portion. In comparison to, because like that was 2 runs. That would be a run each. I used to do like 1 run. That doesn't feel like much, I'll be honest with you. I've got the front full. I've got the sides full. I've got everything else full. It feels more... It doesn't feel like I've got... There we go. Right, anyway, let's quickly get ourselves off this rock. And quickly out of here. Like, to be fair, when I was doing the runs and everything for that... Yeah. Maybe I should go down to Lawville. And when I make a delivery, I could try and rent out a C2. Like, maybe for 7 days. I mean, the C2 is more awkward to land, to be fair. Like, it's quite a wide ship. And also, when we tried unloading it one time, a friend of mine and I, we ended up... Okay. Okay. Here you go. That is good. Okay. Actually, we need to shift it to the right a bit. Easy up. Right. Making our way towards the space station. I do like this space station. It's so much better than Bikini Point. So much better. Oh boy. There we go. Alright. Alright. Could one of yous be the entranceway? Pretty please. Please. Oh, fuck you. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, nice. Didn't realize I had weapons. Alright. Now we gotta do this on the fucking hurry up. Okay. Down, 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 to down, 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 to down, to down. Trying to find lots of things not to down. Okay. Easy, 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 easy. Take your time, take your time, take your time, take your time. Landing gear out. Okay. We're in. Easy does it. Okay, stop, 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 stop. There we go. Up, 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 up. We're going up, you dipshit. We're not parked yet. Adjust, 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 adjust. Yep, I know. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Every now and then I think a little bit lonely because this fucking ship's so big. Turn around. Nope. Stop. Fuck you. Okay. Yes, set down. There we go. Alright. Okay. Bastard wants to lift up. Bastard wants to sit down all the time. Lazy shit. Come on. Right. I'm going to retract the fucking landing gear. Right, there we go. Now you can't fucking set down. Okay. Okay. That's as good as it's going to get. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's get the big shit. Let's take the stuff at the front off first. That's probably the reason. Could probably have fitted a bit more on, but... Right. Bow section. Retract. Starboard? Yeah, starboard. 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 Lol. No, no. I was gonna say, you're not getting out that way. Right. Okay. Let us get to additional. Okay. Nope. There we go. Yee! Is he going to extend the entire thing out? No. Okay, good. Was gonna say. Alright, let's unload this thing first. Nice. Okay, cool. We'll unload these boxes and get them onto the into the. We'll get these on. Well, get these unloaded first and pile them up the front side of the cargo elevator, and then once we've done that, the rest should be fairly easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then at least the most awkward one is done. I mean, the thing is also once we get the ironclad in game, oh boy. Ho ho ho! Oh baby, oh baby, baby, that ship will be the god tier. I'm not even gonna like begin to describe. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, like I can't even begin to describe how much I want that ship in this game right now. Not just because of the resource drive event, but just in general. Every cargo ship I have ever used in this game thus far has had a single giant glaring flaw that has made it a pain in the arse at times. The Caterpillar, for example, the slightly less than effective design template. You know, it's not the most effective. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Shit could be better. And the awkward nature of the design of this particular ship, again, could be done, could be better. It's got, you know, it's got really good handling in terms of when you're actually flying around, but it's a heavy bastard. But the biggest issue that I would say that really fucks me over is its bloody railings on the side there. Those railings go out by a foot. In the universe, it's like it's by a foot. So you end up having to you end up losing quite a lot of space in total. You in comparison to other ships, you have a lot of space that really just so you end up sort of struggling a bit in that department. And then of course you've got the issue of, well, its flight characteristics is that, you know, you're not able to fly around as well. You're not able to in an atmosphere like this, you're struggling to land it because of the sodding constant desire for it to just sort of sit there not doing anything. So it's just it's got its own particular flaw, which just makes it just frustrating and tedious to deal with at times. The Freelancer Max, really good ship, maneuverable, easy to load in, easy to withdraw out. Since they fixed the issue of the turret as well, it is absolutely god tier, and it really shows in terms of its capabilities. Downside, it's got the MISC front and cockpit, which, yes, you could say that's more of a personal decision. That's more of a personal gripe. I would disagree and say, nope. It's an objectively bad design cockpit, and anyone who defends that cockpit is either long-sighted or just is a fanboy of MISC and just desperately can't help the fact that they have one of the worst designed cockpits in the fucking game. And this is coming from a MISC. This is coming from a fan of MISC when I was first started out. I hated the MISC. I hated the Freelancer Max's cockpit, even when I liked MISC ships. So the other sort of finger quote. Oh no, I suppose I'm being kind of dumb here. That like for each SCU, yeah, I'm being retarded. I'm like, oh, I'm only getting 360. Except, oh no, I'm getting 300. Yeah, no, I'm actually, yeah, no, I'm being dumb. I was right the first time. I shouldn't doubt myself. Anyway, but the issue with the Freelancer Max is that the antiquated design of the ship means that you're not actually getting the full cargo load that you once were expecting to have. So instead of it being like 100 and something, I think it was 128 or something like that, you only had maybe about 98 SCUs worth of cargo at most, which was kind of disappointing when you think about it, because you know you have all this cargo that, well, there's all this wasted space because the sodding idiots decided to, when whoever designed, well, okay, the design philosophy of the Freelancer at the time was that an airlock in the cargo bay was apparently a good idea. So, yeah, the antiquated designs of the Freelancer series meant that the location where an airdrop or airlock of cargo, which previously used to be filled and no one had problems, now unfortunately has the issue of it's now completely worthless unless you use maybe size 1 SCU boxes, which I don't think people are going to do that. So you'll just end up having a ship that, unless you automatically you put cargo into it, you're not going to get the full cargo load. So an update to the designs would be needed for the Freelancer series to get through. The Zeus. Fantastic little ship. Very nimble. Beautiful cockpit. Absolutely love the additional access points. And for a solo miner or transporter, for a solo player, fantastic. It is the pinnacle of RSI designs of perfection and effectiveness. And I honestly love it. I've got a jacket after all. However, it is completely shit if you get anything bigger than a size 4 SCU. So, in theory, it would actually be super fucking perfect for the medium runs, or for smaller than 4 SCU boxes or size 4 SCU boxes, because then you're not struggling to put anything else in. But anything bigger than a size 4 SCU box, and you're starting to struggle. You will encounter numerous issues where you can't quite get everything out. So the 120 SCU worth of cargo is more like 100, 110 at most. And that's if you're lucky, if you can repack stuff, which we can't at the moment. So you end up... There we go. So you end up having this issue where certain ships will... Where certain cargo ships, for their intended purpose, for what they're meant to do, you've got all of this potential, and each one of them has its own defining factor of usability and effectiveness. But unfortunately, each one of the ships has its own critical flaw. But the Ironclad... Now, okay, Ironclad's probably going to have its own issues, for sure, but it mitigates the issues by quite a substantial amount. By, for example, having... There we go. By, for example, having the ability to get all of your cargo out from the top without having it being blocked in by some internal cargo problems. And you have a very simple cargo bay. It's not something that you have to be overly extravagant about. It's just literally, hey, guess what? cargo bay, boom. You know, you open it up, and it's in, and both in 0G and in Atmo, you can easily get the cargo out. It's the optimization. It's a massive amount of optimization and a refinement of the idea of I need to get as much cargo into an enclosed space as possible, but then as soon as I get this cargo to where it needs to go, I want that shit out of my ship as soon as possible. And it's honestly just so nice to have that. Right, can I get access to inside further? Yes, I can. I'm saving my can of energy until I've finished unloading this and set the first lot down. Then I feel like I'll have earned it. Alright. We got a few more out than other stuff, so I'd say that's a pretty solid run. Right. We've got so many fucking boxes. There's so many fucking boxes. Oh my god, it's just like Box City. And to be fair, we've got the tractor beam here, actually. I could probably use the tractor beam to yeet the stuff in. Potentially. Right, let's nudge this stuff a little bit further, shall we? Oh, the life of a solo howler. I'd say woe is me in Thrisome, but to be honest with you, I'd rather have it solo some days. I mean, if you can get like a decent-ish teammate with you, like I'm talking someone who can you just gel with, you shoot the shit, you're happy just doing that stuff, you know? You're not arguing about what you're doing or who's doing what or whatever. You're just in sync. That's a great feeling. It's even better when you're playing like a random game. Like, if you're playing Call of Duty or Battlefield, which I'll be honest with you, more people are playing Battlefield now, so yeah. Or if you... Actually, no. I will say a better environment. Deep Rock Galactic. If you meet a team, you're just searching through the quick games, and you meet a team of people who aren't brain dead, aren't selfish, and just play the game as they should and work together, oh, it's a great trip. You do multiple runs together. It feels great. You feel like you've bonded with people for so much, and then they sort of one of them has to go, and it really sucks because you have to stop playing with the good guys. But for those games that you're doing well in, oh, it's the best feeling. The best feeling you can have sometimes. You occasionally get that from Star Citizen when you get some decent players who help you out with stuff. Like earlier, there was that guy who helped unload my ship, which was very nice of him. He didn't have to do that. He could have just waited, but he didn't. He was very kind and helped out. Such a nice young man doing all those things. Right. Right. Nanda. Right, okay. We got a solid-ish run for this one. Right, let's quickly get this as much as possible. Kind of wish I could climb on top of these SU boxes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Right, we're just going to unload as much as we can of the outer ship, and then I'm going to do like one last check where I get all of the inner shit sorted, because there's probably going to be a couple of boxes of like... Ah! Bastard was trying to get me. Right. I think we've reached a point where we probably should unload and put this into the elevator. Yeah, let's just put them in the elevator now. Okay, let's bring you up. Let's bring you up so I can load all cargo. Let's bring you up. I remember when elevators first came into the game, I was like, I kept forgetting to like put the put the stuff into the cargo elevators. So there would just be a point where I just unload my cargo, and then immediately I would start moving to take off. And sometimes I did even, in fact, take off. And then I'm like, shit! So I like immediately rush back down to get into the hangar before it closed. So I could quickly send the stuff downstairs. Wasn't always successful. But I've learnt now. Every time you finish with your cargo, what's the first thing you do, Jaeger? You go to the console and deploy it. Fine. And then everyone's happy. You're happy because you've got your cargo in. The game's happy because it removes items that previously would lag the game out. Other players are happy because their game doesn't lag out as much, so it's everyone's happy. Alright. I wonder how much money I'm going to get from this. Because, like, you get a certain amount of money per box that you do. And obviously, we've got 4 SCUs a pop here. So, we're going to be doing, like, easily... I'm actually kind of raking up the money for this one now. For a while, I've been kind of struggling to make money in Star Citizen. So, I've just been doing these missions, plodding along. And occasional other shit as well. But the real money making I've been doing lately has just been doing all of these quests for the event drive. And the main reason why I'm doing this is because the Hurston and the Arc Core skins look absolutely fantastic. So, and I'm kind of paranoid since they said that they were going to extend the event all the way through 4.3. Christ, if we're going back in that. I remember playing 3.4. It wasn't fun. But yeah, like the main incentive for this whole thing is just so that I can get the skins for that. Words. Just so I could get the skins for both Arc Core and for Hurston. For some reason, I am really hungry. Because I had a lunch. Like an apple on everything. Right. But yeah, if you have any particular favorites to win for the event drive, we kind of, admittedly, the event is, it's kind of already been decided to a degree by the sheer amount of people who've done stuff for Hurston. But if you could have your particular faction of your choice win, what would it be? What would you want? Who would you like to win? Because obviously the issue with Hurston Dynamics, don't get me wrong, I'm not against them completely. You know, they are probably, I'm growing to like the Hurston planet and everything. So I would probably say if they are to win, I wouldn't mind so much, but I would personally prefer ArcCorp to win. Mainly because it's like ArcCorp is a trade conglomerate. You know, they're in the business of buying businesses and doing whatever. So, well, okay, maybe not all of their business ventures would be, you know, considered ethical or consumer friendly. They wouldn't be buggering an entire planet so that they could test their latest weapon system. Cough, cough. Hurston. Cough, cough. I don't have the energy to fake a cough. Right, slowly but surely we're getting the cargo. Loading it up and doing all the cargo things. Loading all the cargo. Loading all the things. Doing all the cargo things. Loading all the cargo. Cargo! Cargo things so we can get on. Alright. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna probably so I think once we get more out of the other stuff, I definitely will look into if we can get a solid run out of this though. This will be wondrous. This will probably get us to maybe, well, I'm already close to being tier 2 already. So, because I did like a quick run yesterday where I did like with the Asgard, I did like one. Actually, no, it was with the Caterpillar. I did one large mission, one medium mission, and one small mission. And I couldn't actually unload the entirety of the large mission's cargo. Unfortunately, the elevator glitched at that point. But luckily, I'd gone the way of the two 18 packs, followed by the 9 pack of items. So by that point, the cargo had more or less been. There we go. Yeah, so by that point, I'd gotten the majority of that cargo. Which, yeah, it sucks that I couldn't. It sucked that I couldn't get the full amount in, but I was like, you know what? 2 times 72 is better than 1 times 72 and 1 times 36. So I will. We take those. Still, we've been going for almost an hour and a half. Good lord, where does the time fly in this game? Legit. I'm just like, what the hell? Oh, goddamn. No! You know, slot yourself in, you bugger. Well, the day they start introducing batteries in for this thing, I'm going to cry. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm going to cry nonetheless. Because I don't want to have to then think, ah, shit, I've run out of batteries. And then I have to, like, fanny ass around with the sodding Atlas or whatever. Still got cargo to unload as well. I am really going to savor that fucking energy drink. I'm not going to lie. That energy drink and whatever kind of crap I'm going to go with it else, it's tantalizing at this point. Absolutely tantalizing. Alright. Let's go get him. But is there anything I could do to help answer questions or assist with anything? Well, anything I can provide knowledge on. Probably wouldn't be able to come in and assist you on this one, but more than happy to help answer any questions, explain anything. I'll do what I can to answer as much lore if I can. I'm not the king of lore. That would be Astro Historian, but I do know enough of the UEE to answer some basic questions. I mean, for example, this whole resource drive thing is in relation to the regen crisis. Because currently, the regenerative properties of the regen beds is now no longer as effective. The technology isn't actually as common as people think. Isn't as old as people think. When I was playing Star Citizen and had the regen beds, I was thinking, oh, this has been around for a while. You know, since the Tavaran Wars, which was quite some time ago. But in actuality, it's only been like, I'd say 50, 60-ish years. Even if that, like it's a relatively new system that's been put into effect so that people can, you know, it's like a mandated thing, but unfortunately it's something that has recently gone into turmoil and no longer is functioning, which has caused naturally a bit of a stir because people now, having since invested a large amount of money into this, now aren't able to respawn when they die. And unfortunately, some people who have terrible accidents or terrible incidences or anything now don't come back from the dead. Which is not good. So, Leilani Edison, alongside the rest of Leilani Edison is the leader, the imperator for the UEE. So obviously she's not really going to be doing a huge amount, but she's basically getting people to charge into finding out what the hell is going on. So this event is basically the different companies trying to find out what's going on, try and research why regen isn't working, and hopefully find out what's been occurring to resolve it. I mean, the ASD facilities is also something that is to do with the regen crisis, because ASD science facilities were attempting to resolve this problem, but they were kind of going about it in a slightly more, shall we say, less than ethical route. Because sadly, well, I say sadly, recently, in like 4.2, that sort of thing, 4.1, 4.2, it was discovered that they were experimenting on animals and crushing eggs to try and discover the regenerative properties of these things, which is going to be why, there we go, which is now going to be the regenerative. So, you know, there were basically the regenerative properties of these things were quite barbaric, and so the company involved with them is now under mega scruples, undergoing quite a bit of shit kicking by the UEE. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a court session happening right now in the verse where someone's sweating under the eye of the law. And again, this kind of leads me back to what I was talking about with the Armistice Zones, which is this universe is living and breathing. These events are currently contributing to an overall story that when we finished, you know, once the event ends and we've done it, we'll have taken part in one of the more larger events in the Stanton system to effectively resolve will effectively resolve the regen crisis, hopefully with something that will allow us to regen and not be in problems, which it's probably going to be it's probably going to be that thing to do with the new respawn mechanics. They're probably going to be like, yeah, we can't quite fix the problem, but we have found an alternative. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, it's that new one. There we go. That is actually kind of mental. Alright. Still not finished. God, this is... It did not feel like it took this long to... There we go. Let's just get these boxes out now. What? 2, 3. And a 4. Yosh. Alright, there you go. Right, let's... Yeah, we got more. So much more. Oh my god, we got so much. This is good though. This is very good. It's like a nice chill stream. I'll try and see if I can get some like free, royalty-free music as well. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to go back up. Okay. I know the front is all set, so we're just gonna do this. And just do a one last minute check. Do we have any... Be there any shit here? Nope. So, we're all clear. Good. And the front? We're all clear. Yep, good. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Oh! Oh dear, we do actually have some extra crates. Right? There we go. We got more crates. Jesus, we got more crates. Okay. That's all clear. Good. Okay, so let's get the starboard up. Let's get that closed. Right, this one, we do know that there's going to be shit in here. So, there we go. Oh, not going to lie. This is going to be awesome if it works. Weird. Weird. Okay. Anyway. This stuff. Is that closing? Yes, it's closing. Good. Okay. Almost done. Got a nice big old pile already. We're actually getting quite a lot. That's... Like, credit... This is where having the caterpillar really fucking comes up trumps. Seriously, look at the amount of shit we've got from this. It's ridiculous. And, like... There we go. Right, this should be the last of the stuff from the caterpillar. And then this should be the last to unload and to put in. Now, of course, we could have probably done this a lot faster with maybe the Atlas. But lately, I've been having some problems with the Atlas where its reliability is somewhat suspect. And I'd rather not risk losing the cargo in any sort of way. So, I'm going to just... Come on. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, sure. Random. Take it easy. Game, fuck off. Just... There's no lip. Come on. Beauty. Lovely. Not long now. There's actually quite a lot of stuff. Like, holy shit, we've got a lot of stuff in this. Yee. Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? Alright. I'm actually getting really fucking hungry as well. I didn't realize it would take this long. Like, I figured it would take a bit of time, but I was hoping to have been done... Well, I say that. I've been hoping well, we're getting there. I just didn't realize it would take almost the entire stream. Because, I mean, I would be tempted to continue streaming, but I am also getting quite hungry. Oh, there's actually this front bit. Lol. So, I'll probably try and do, if I have some spare time during the week. To be fair, I'm getting bloody... words. I am getting myself to a point where I am struggling to get time to do stuff at the moment. So I'm like genuinely like struggling. So I might be tempted to do it on, I don't know. As I said, I'll try and see if I can get something done. It might be on like a Sunday afternoon or something like that, or a Sunday evening, dependent. We'll see. It might just be this one. It might just be this run, and then we'll move on, or I might do another run. We'll see. This is when you realize, yeah, this is when you realize you fucked up. There we go. Perfect. I love you. Thank you very much. I needed this. I appreciate your patience after my misfortune. This is gonna be great. Come on. There we go. Lovely. Alright. Nice. That is 360 SCUs worth of cargo. A couple more boxes, and that'll be that done. Right. Now that is some cargo hauling. Swish, swish. Right, okay. Quickly, before... That's a lot. Yes.
This is Hurston again. Just got word that the higher-ups approved a bonus to help keep you motivated. We expect you to work even harder after this.
Tier 2 rewards, get in. Check it out there. The Funk Soul Brother. Nice. Tier 2 already. Okay. That's a big chunk of rewards. Oh. That's actually pretty good. And we got a decent amount. Nearly fucking... Jesus Christ. Right. Contracts. Submit that one. At least that's done. Yes, okay. Not done to the highest of extensions, but better that than nothing. And then we should be able to get the large hauling options. Large cargo retrieval, vessel, medium size, small stolen. Small vessel, large vessel. Yeah, we'll get that shit done. Get that shit done. All right.
Just got word that you turned in that contract. That should help Hurston gain some ground.
Sweet. Holy shit. Actually, open up this one. All right. Right, okay. Well, I would say normally I would probably be tempted to go on for a little bit longer, but I am getting excessively hungry, and I'm going to try and cook myself some proper meal today. So I'm probably going to have to call this a little earlier, but I will try to get some more live streaming done at some point. I'm going to try and say on a whim, I don't know. It's just, there's lots of things I need to do this weekend. We'll see. Maybe I'll do another stream tomorrow, depending on what's going on. Like a couple of hours tomorrow, a couple of hours today. That should be a pretty decent amount. That's like 4 hours in total. So, yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'm going to get back tomorrow. Go for a little bit long. We'll go for about the same-ish time that we've done today. And that way then... Is that empty? Yeah, that's empty. Cool. There we go. But yeah, I'm at that level of hunger where the low blood sugars are starting to really suck. And my head just feels a bit like, whoa. So, yeah, I will end it here. But don't worry, guys. Oh, wow, that's actually a surprisingly decent shot. I feel like I should probably do something like that. Okay, that actually looks pretty cool. That actually looks pretty fucking cool, that. That's actually a really fucking cool image. Sorry, I've just... Those magical moment where I just suddenly was like, oh, shit, this actually looks pretty cool for a photo. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up for today just because I am getting very hungry. So, and the time it'll take me to cook the food and everything else, it's like, it's not worth it. It'll be too late anyway. And I do want to have some of sanity for tomorrow. So, I will wrap things up for today. But thank you very much for tuning in if you have. And I'll be live again tomorrow around 6, 7, around the same-ish sort of time. And I will... Or actually, it might be earlier. Who knows? But thank you once again. And yeah, we'll be doing more of the same tomorrow. Making some much-needed progress. And this was a solid run. And I'll definitely be doing some more as well. So hopefully I'll have like tier 3 rewards by the end of the evening. Hopefully. So, I'll see you then. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out. Have a good one, guys.